Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. Got a video today from Glow Up Girl.
Something doesn't add up. Lizzo, Meghan Trainor, Amy Schumer, Rebel Wilson, the faces of body positivity. For a decade, they preached body acceptance. They said weight loss was about conforming to toxic standards, that wanting to change your body meant you hadn't learned to love yourself yet. Then
translation. I'm a fat ass and I'm too lazy to work on my body and it's just too hard. So you gotta accept me as I am, like a fatty. Wait, there's a new drug that just make me skinny? Say no more.
Then Ozempic arrived.
That's women.
And suddenly, the loudest voices went quiet. The bodies got smaller. And body positivity became wellness journey. So, were they lying then, or are they lying?
It's always some kind of journey, isn't there? Journey should really be getting some royalties from all these women.
Now. And what happens to the millions of women who bought into the movement? Welcome to Glow Up Girl, and today we're uncovering how Ozempic exposed the lies and hypocrisy of the body positivity movement. This one's gonna have...
Yeah, they all knew they were fat and ugly, but they just couldn't admit it. They just had to make everybody else accept it. But as soon as they were given the slightest chance to be skinny and good looking, they took it. Took it so fast, my geez.
A whole lot of tough love. So let's get into it. Let me take you back, the 2010s. The body positivity movement was everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, magazine covers, conference stages, and the message was simple, powerful, and seductive. You're healthy at any size. Wanting to change your body means you hate yourself. Diet culture is the real disease, not obesity. And for millions of women, this felt like liberation because they'd tried everything.
No, they didn't. Stop lying. You know they didn't try anything. They thought they can eat slightly less and lose all this weight, and as soon as it didn't happen, they quit.
Every diet, every workout plan, every miracle pill, and nothing worked. Nothing stuck. They were exhausted, ashamed, and defeated. The scale became the enemy. The mirror became a source of shame. And every failed attempt felt like personal failure, like moral weakness, like proof they were fundamentally broken. So when someone finally said, "Stop fighting, you're fine exactly as you are," it wasn't just a message. It was relief. It was safety. It was permission to stop hating themselves. And they trusted the people telling them this. Because these weren't faceless corporations. These were real women, celebrities, influencers, people who...
People really need to stop putting in so much influence onto celebrities and influencers and stuff. We're nobodies. I'm no expert. A lot of these people are no expert at anything. They just got famous for something and then, you know, someone told them to say something to you. That's pretty much a lot of the times.
Who looked like them. People who said, "I'm living proof. You don't need to change." People who built entire careers on that promise. It wasn't just about confidence. It was about trust. But
it's just a sadness, right? Again, who are women's worst enemies? Women. They are each other's worst enemies because they're just looking for other women that live a shitty life to co-sign on their shitty life.
Somewhere along the way, something shifted. The movement that started with compassion became ideology. Suddenly, you couldn't question whether severe obesity had health risks. That was fat phobia. Doctors who mentioned weight and heart disease dismissed as bigots. Concern for someone's health reframed as hatred. Personal stories about wanting to lose weight for health reasons attacked as internalized oppression.
Correct.
And an unspoken rule took hold.
You're not part of the
You could
sisterhood
accept
anymore.
your body, but you couldn't want to change it. Because wanting change meant you'd betrayed the movement, betrayed yourself, betrayed every other woman still fighting to love her body. Acceptance slowly became obligation.
You see how they see things as if one woman does not conform to being body positive, it's a betrayal to them. It's a betrayal, guys. It is them getting backstabbed by someone that doesn't fully agree that fat people are normal people or are just as healthy as everybody else.
Then, in 2021, something arrived that changed everything. GLP-1 drugs, Ozempic, Mounjaro. For the first time in history, medical weight loss that actually worked, reliably, quickly, dramatically. No willpower required, no starvation, no grueling gym sessions, just weekly injections and appetite disappearing like magic. And oh so suddenly, the cultural script flipped. Weight loss wasn't oppression anymore. It was health. Appetite control wasn't self-hatred. It was self-care. Thinness wasn't conformity. It was wellness. The same people who'd spent years calling diets dangerous were now celebrating wellness journeys. The same voices that condemned weight loss were now posting gym selfies with captions about feeling strong. But
I'm so glad I was always in the gym culture boat and always told you guys to go to the gym before it was cool. And I'm pretty sure it's not that cool now, but I still tell you guys, get your asses to the gym.
here's the thing. The rules didn't change for everyone, just for the people at the top.
Correct.
Let's talk about Lizzo. Not because she's the only one, but because her case is the
It's the biggest
clearest
one.
and most undeniable.
How
Let's be
clear?
honest, Lizzo wasn't just body positive. She was pro-fat. Her music, her brand, her entire public image
Yep.
framed extreme obesity as empowering and desirable, superior to thinness. Tempo, fitness, juice. These weren't songs about self-acceptance despite imperfection. They were celebrations of size itself. For years, she mocked diet culture, dismissed health concerns as bigotry, positioned herself as living proof that you could be over 300 pounds and thriving. She told fans that doctors were wrong, that health and weight were unrelated, that anyone suggesting otherwise was fatphobic, ignorant, and dangerous. She didn't say, "I accept my body even if it's imperfect." She said, "There's nothing wrong here, and suggesting otherwise is oppression." Then came the shift, the gym posts, the slimmer face, the quieter rhetoric, and eventually, the admission. Ozempic class drugs, medical intervention. So let me ask you this. If obesity was never a problem, why fix it when given the chance?
Right.
We're all tired of the gaslighting. So if you want more deep dives into things the media won't tell you, make sure to subscribe. It helps the channel more than you know.
Go give her some subs, guys. This is a wonderful channel with wonderful stories of just darkness. Women darkness.
And it's not just Lizzo. Amy Schumer openly admitted Ozempic use. Meghan Trainor, the woman who sang
I'm
all
not even sure who the hell this person is.
about that bass,
Oh,
publicly credited Mounjaro for her weight loss. Rebel Wilson lost 60
that I know. This person is probably the most famous person in my mind because I actually watched a lot of her movies growing up, or in the last more recent years, like what the singing movies and all those things.
pounds through lifestyle changes, then admitted to Ozempic for maintenance. Remy Bader built a following on plus-size fashion, then underwent bariatric surgery after trying and failing multiple GLP-1 drugs. Different women, different stories, different methods, same outcome. The
Skinny.
loudest voices of body acceptance all quietly chose transformation. Now, here's where it gets dark, because this isn't just about celebrities being hypocrites. This is about the psychological damage it causes the women who believed them.
Correct.
Imagine this. For years, you were told, stay where you are, you're perfect. Wanting to change means you hate yourself. And you believed it. You built your identity around it and defended it
So many women did. So many women built their identity around their size and how people should just accept them for their size.
online.
It
You
is
argued
just so sad to see that. I saw so many women like that. Just like, you should just love me the way I am. You should be grateful that I'm here. And it's just like, whoa, you're 300 pounds. You take up 2 seats. Why am I grateful?
with family members and ignored your doctor's concerns. You dismissed your own discomfort,
Correct.
convincing yourself that joint pain, fatigue, and breathing problems were just
Yeah, you thought that living in Delulu land with all these other women were better. And then now you realize, oh, crap.
society's fault, not your body's. And that's the trap. You were told that acknowledging your physical pain was a sign of self-hatred, but you shouldn't have to suffer to prove a point. Then, the leaders of that movement quietly lose tons of weight and rebrand it as wellness. What runs through your mind? If they needed to lose weight, what does that say about me? Was I lied to,
You're fat.
or just left behind? The shame, the confusion, the betrayal.
Yeah, it's a sad thing. I'm like, I think it's a good thing, but it's a sad thing, right? Women are about to get humbled very, very harshly. Very harshly. But they were brought up to thinking that they were okay, psychologically in their minds. There's been a game that's afoot, and they don't even know what the hell's going on.
You weren't just given bad advice. You were given absolutist ideology disguised
Correct.
as self-love. And now you're sitting with the consequences, while they're on red carpets looking like completely new people.
And again, they have the money. They have the status. They've always been able to do whatever the hell they want because they were famous. Doesn't matter what size they are. For normal people, being a obese size, it's costly in so many ways.
The irony is that this movement promised liberation, freedom from impossible standards, permission to just exist. But it delivered something else, a new prison with prettier walls. Now, you can't pursue health without being accused of betrayal, can't want to change without being labeled self-hating, can't even admit you're struggling without violating the ideology. And all the voices that promised body acceptance quietly changed theirs with medical help and hoped you wouldn't notice.
It is funny that we hardly ever hear about body positivity anymore, and then a lot of the body positivity influencers have either died or have lost massive weight.
So what's the real lie here? Because it's not self-love. Self-love is good, and compassion is essential. The lie was permanence. The lie was telling women that they should never want to change, that biology doesn't matter, that the desire for improvement equals self-hatred. The lie was pretending that obesity has no health consequences.
No, and the lie is that women are perfect as they are, never have to change because you're women.
When the science is clear, it increases risk of diabetes, heart disease, joint problems, and early death. The lie was making women choose between loving themselves and taking care of themselves. Ozempic didn't create the hypocrisy, it revealed it.
Correct.
Because when an effective tool finally arrived, the people who spent years saying weight loss is unnecessary were first in line. And that tells you everything.
Yep.
Here's what they should have said from the
that they hated themselves too. Like all of these famous people that championed all of this also looked in the mirror and said, ugh, what a fatty.
beginning. You deserve respect at any size, and obesity has real health consequences. You shouldn't hate your body, and it's okay to want to improve it. These aren't contradictions. They're both true.
True.
Real empowerment isn't denial, it's choice. The choice to accept yourself where you are, and the choice to pursue something better, without shame, without apology, and without ideology telling you what you're allowed to want. This video isn't about shaming anyone. It's about telling women the truth so they can decide for themselves.
Shout outs to Glow Up Girl. I think this is a wonderful video for women to kind of watch and understand themselves of their own internal thought processes and how it got hijacked. Men have watched this and looked at this and said, we never said we were attracted to any of this. You guys seem to force us to want to be attracted to this, and obviously you can't force attraction. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that.